Never mind my hair. Gotta get it redone. So don't worry about it. I'm gonna come back next week doing improve. No, actually Sunday. This Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Sunday, Monday. I'm gonna be renewed for y'all. I'm getting my hair done Sunday. Get my roots back. Redone. When you get your hair colored, you gotta wait a few weeks before you get it colored again, child. Hair be all out on the floor. It already sheds. Anyway, another amazing episode of Greenleaf. The show never disappoints. Let's just get straight into it. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button, by the way. Click that button somewhere down here, that subscribe button, so that you can get notified every time I upload a video. So that way you be like, oh, I don't get your uploads. And I'll be like, well, I don't know, child. But just click the subscribe button and YouTube will notify you, child. Y'all make sure y'all get Caution, by the way, Mariah Carey Caution. Make sure you guys pre-order that. It's coming out November 16th. Mariah Carey's 15th studio album, darling. Caution. I'm going to try my best to go to the world tour as well. I've never actually seen Mariah in concert. Okay. Greenleaf. So Lady May's at the computer. She's at the office. And she's writing pretty much a farewell letter to everybody. She's sending a letter out to her kids. She's just like, look, y'all, me and your daddy done tried it. We done tried to work it out. We done tried to make it happen. Like Mariah. Make it happen. But it just ain't work out. Y'all are still my angels. We still love you. Our goal now is just to still be your parents, but we're just not going to be together. Jacob upset. He crying on the bed. Grace reading that she's crying, hugging Sophia. Charity is crying. She holding the baby. So it's a very emotional thing. She sent the email, and she also sent it to Bishop. Okay, so moving on from that, it was a beautiful letter too. Let's see. So Carissa, it began with Carissa. Carissa's on the phone. Everybody hooping and hollering because Tasha Skank, she done left the church house without a notice. Obviously, Jacob knew that she was leaving, but Jacob didn't tell nobody she was leaving. And why because that would assume, because the next question would be asked, why did she leave? And then he would have to come up with a lie, and he's not that swift and smart. So he was just like, child, well, let me just act like they ain't gonna notice, child. If everybody noticed Tasha Skanks was no longer in the building. So anyway, Carissa, she on the phone. She was just like, oh Lord, I got to get down to that church, child. I got to show the real people who's boss, because Carissa never liked Tasha anyway, so she just thought she was better than her. A and B, she didn't like the Skanks period, and she just felt like she was just ghetto, and she felt like Jacob should have left her down by the riverside fighting temptations, where Skanks was. It's just like, why this hoe still here? What she waiting around for? She had suspicions about Tasha before, but to be fair, Carissa has suspicions about any woman that's around Jacob, because Jacob done cheated 252 times. Now, so she gets down to the church. She meets the new accountant for the church, and the accountant was just like, hey, it's nice to meet you. She was like, it's very nice to meet you as well. He was just like, something not right with the records, child. She was like, what do you mean? I'm gonna come back to that later. So what else happened, child? LaToya Luckett, Rochelle Cross, who's playing the hell out of this part. Shouts out to you, Toya. Toya, you are playing the hell out of Rochelle Cross, child. Congratulations on the baby. Yes. She's amazing. Amazing actress. Get them, sis. Get them. I'm here for it. I wish I could fit that little pin skirt. All they got to do is let it out in the seams a little bit so I can fit that little pin skirt she be wearing. Rochelle. Calling all Rochelles. But she's a dangerous woman on here. She's dangerous. So anyway, she hit up Bishop, was just like, hey, word around the street is that your ass getting a divorce. Bishop was just like, is news spreading that fast? She was just like, of course, nigga, of course it is. So, he was just like, he's been sex deprived and deprived, period. And, he been trying to keep himself away from Rochelle because he afraid his, pants might slip down. But now since he's a free man, since he's officially divorced, hey, let's go, lady, let's go. Let's go in the janitor's closet. So they had a little scene, Rochelle and Bishop, she ordered the finest wine for him, and, just welcome, they're just happy about their new journey in life, child. And Rochelle just constantly send up deals and send up things. She know everybody. When I tell you Rochelle know everybody, I'm just like, how Rochelle know everybody? It's something else. Anyway, Bishop just smiling from ear to ear. This is a happy episode for Bishop, unlike last episode. Okay, so let's see. So Coralie is oh girl, how he died on camera. On the YouTube, that's how he perished. To God in heaven. So anyway, Coralie is the lady who killed her husband, who stabbed him, cut him up, beat him, bruised. That Grace set up this whole help relief fund to help women in domestic violence situations. And Coralie is pretty much our first case. They got Coralie out of jail, etc., etc. The DA offered her a deal. It was just like, look, you can do 20 years. That's the best we can do for the fact that you murdered your husband. Coralie done got scared and nervous. At first, she was just like, we're going to fight this case. But lo and behold, she done went to the DA. It was just like, look, I'll take the plea bargain. I'll take the old 20 years, child. She was like, I got to be there for my kids. And Grace was just like, now, wait a minute, bitch. Now, wait a minute. That's how she talked to her. She was like, now, wait a minute. Now, as much as I done did for you, and you gonna sit up here and take the plea bargain? Like, are you serious? What about me? I'm putting myself out there. I'm putting my name on the line. You just don't give a damn about that order. Rochelle grabbed her hand. I'm being silly. Rochelle grabbed her hand and was just like, now wait a minute, Grace. Wait a minute, sis. Let me talk to her. Rochelle got that special touch. For the longest, if Grace do something nice for Coralie, here comes LaToya to upstage her. Quick, I tell you, LaToya know me. Only in my head, right? But anyway, she grabs Grace's hand. She's just like, look, Coralie, let me tell you something. You need to get with this. She tells Coralie the story of how she grew up in the foster system, etc., and her mom was this way, and etc. And Coralie bought the story, and Coralie was just like, okay, I'll meet with the attorney. Coralie ended up meeting with the attorney, and ended up agreeing that she's gonna fight this whole case because Grace is convinced that she can get her off. Meanwhile, after that conversation, Grace goes back to her office. She was just like, Darius, I finally got some on Rochelle. Look up some things about her. Child, Darius ends up coming over to Grace's and was just like, well, no, he didn't come over. He actually called first. He was just like, look, I got some tea on Rochelle, on her old foster home where she used to stay at. They went to the lady's house, and they had found out that Stacks Rochelle, is it Rochelle Stacks? Rochelle Cross. That Rochelle Cross is not her real last name. Her first name Rochelle, but it's not Cross. That her last name is James. Daryl James' daughter. Y'all remember Daryl James, season 1, the man who that's the reason why Basie was so vengeful against the Greenleafs, because allegedly, apparently, Bishop James Greenleaf and Uncle Mac, they ended up killing Daryl James in his church or whatever. The church ended up catching on fire, etc. Y'all got to go back and watch the previous seasons if y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's basically it, and that's why Basie Skanks put Tasha in order in a certain position to basically get the Greenleafs back by taking all their money, pretty much. And the same thing with his half sister, which we find out is Rochelle Cross, aka her real name Rochelle James. Grace ended up going over to Bishop, child, and telling Bishop all the tea. But she's like, look, I got something to tell you, Daddy. You ain't gonna like it. It's about Rochelle. He didn't want to hear it because that's his woman. That's his woman. He didn't want to hear that about his woman. Came over there and said, look, Rochelle ain't what she thinks she is. Rochelle is not Rochelle Cross. Rochelle is Rochelle James. That's Basie Skanks' half sister, Daryl James' daughter. They got the same daddy. That's why they acting a fool. James' mouth dropped. He thought somebody wanted his old ass. I felt so bad for James. That woman played all. Latoya, look, how can you play that man face like that? Ooh, she playing this part. So anyway, what else happened, y'all? Let's see. So meanwhile, we have Patti LaBelle, Sister Patterson. Sister Patterson is talking with Lady Mae. You know, they have to set up, you know, Bishop done had his big farewell, his big, you know, Silver Jubilee, his big program for him. Lady Mae wasn't in attendance. And so now Lady Mae's big showdown, you know, is Day with Lady Mae. And, you know, Sister Patterson is working with her. You know, they're just sitting on the couch talking and, you know, trying to set everything up. Patty was just like, well, why don't you get Grace to speak? Y'all know Lady Mae and Grace don't get along for nothing. She was like, oh, hell no, I ain't get my daughter to speak. She was like, Lady Mae, please get Grace to speak. Like, you need to get up off your high horse. She was just like, I said no. In the meantime, Corinne came in there and said, hey, Lady Mae, you got a phone call. It's Lionel. Lionel? The man I slept with, my husband's best friend, my ex-husband's best friend, Lionel, you know, who's unfortunately, you know, in the nursing home now because he has cancer. That Lionel? It's like, yeah, I hit up Lionel a little later. Sister Patterson ended up going in there to talk to Grace, you know. She's a big name, and, you know, everybody's excited that she's around, and she was just like, well, how can I help this, you know, fund that you have? She was just like, just promote it, talk about it, help me out. I appreciate that, sis. She was just like, I got it, but I want you to do something for me. Well, she didn't actually ask her. She just asked, what's going on with you and your mama? She was just like, oh, ma'am, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, deflecting. Patti LaBelle, I don't think you got all that time, child. It's a whole lot that's going on with them. They had another scene where they were singing, Lady Mae and Sister Patterson, aka Patti LaBelle. I keep going back and forth between people's real name and their name on the show. This song, Amazing Grace, beautiful, you know, cute little scene. What else? So, you know, that was nice to see. But what got me? Should I save this for later? What got me? Should I save this for later? Y'all, what to do? Y'all tell me, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna save it for later. But anyway, so let's see. Charity. There's a handsome young gentleman that came in. I forgot his name. He's an actor. He be on everything. I forgot his name. Y'all tell me in the comment section who was the guy that came to see Charity in this episode. He be on everything. Everything. But anyway, he kind of reminds you of Amari Hodrick a little bit. He comes in there. He's working with Sister Patterson on the music or whatever. Came to meet with Charity. He's kind of sweet talking her. The same way Jabari did in the beginning. But the first thing they did, which was kind of shocking, was that he prayed. He was just like, before we start, can we pray? Can we pray this thing out? And she was just like, okay. So they ended up praying. It was a beautiful prayer. Before he left, Charity ended up telling him, because he asked, are you married? Where's your husband? She was just like, I'm not married at all. And just because, you're going to see him later, my husband's gay or whatever. He was like, I'm going to pray for you. At first he said I was going to pray for you in general, but now he said, I'm going to really pray for you. That kind of rubbed Charity the wrong way. It was just like, well, like, what do you mean? He was like, well, he's gay, right? So I'm going to double pray for you for your sins and his. I was just like, ooh, sir. But Charity earned some points for me in this episode because they ended up having a phone conversation. They were going to go out to dinner. They decided not to, or he couldn't make it, or they was actually on the way out to dinner, and she ended up bringing up the whole conversation. She was just like, they kind of rubbed me the wrong way. She was kind of dissing my husband and my ex-husband, and that he's still the father of my child. I still love this man at one point. I don't really appreciate you disrespecting him and saying, oh, you're going to pray for him, and all that, church shit, you're going to hell if you're gay, but you can sleep with whatever, and, but as long as you're gay, you're going to hell. She was just like, I don't think you're the right person for me, and hung up on him. I was just like, yes, Charity, that's how you do that thing. Stand up for your ex-husband. Let's get ready to have a husband. Stand up for that man. You stand up. So anyway, what else is going on, child? Tasha Skanks is drunk as a Cooter Brown, child. Latoya Luckett ended up coming over, trying to talk to Tasha Skanks, and was just like, what's going on with you? Why the hell you ain't at work? Tasha was just like, I think she was drinking Jack Daniels, child. Talking about, I quit, and, I'm tired, and Jacob is a good man, Rochelle. Jacob is a good man. Rochelle was just like, bitch, if you don't get your ass on up out this, if you don't take your ass on to work, child, she was just like, I'm not going. Rochelle was just like, you're in love with him. How dare you, you idiot. You're in love with him. She was like, why wouldn't I be in love with him, Rochelle? Where's your brother? Where's your sorry ass brother? He left me high and dry. I have nothing else. Rochelle was just like, girl, I'm gonna let you finish this bottle, but you need to get it together. Tasha ended up kicking her ass out. Was just like, this is my house, and be happy if I don't tell the police the whole scheme. Rochelle get back outside, got on the phone, and called somebody, because this whole time we thinking Basie dead. Child, Basie ain't even dead. Child, Basie showed up, knocked on Tasha's door. She was like, Basie, honey, trying to be all up on him like she miss him. When his sister Rochelle done told him everything that's going down. It looks like he finna beat her ass or something. I hope not. Dear God in heaven. But I was just like, Lord, how Jesus, it's only 3 more episodes of Greenleaf. I'm so upset. This show can go on and on and on. Okay, what else happened? Meanwhile, Carissa done called Tasha. This was before the scene when we saw Basie. Called Tasha, and I told you Tasha drunk as a Cooter Brown. Was just like, hey, Carissa, don't be mad at me. Carissa was just like, what you want, whore? I just want to know what the hell going on with the money. Because the attorney done told them that $200,000 had been deposited at one point into the account and instantly withdrawn. So the attorney was just like, what the hell going on? What kind of chip chop shit y'all running here? Don't be mad at me, Carissa. I'm sorry. It was just one kiss. Carissa was just like, is that why you left so abruptly? Just one kiss? She was like, Carissa, it was just bleep, and hung up the phone. Carissa steaming. Carissa went to Jacob's office, started beating the shit out of Jacob. It was just like, I told you, I trusted you. You're stupid. You're tired. You're low down. You need help. You need help. You're stupid. You're ignorant. I'm tired of your ass. You know, just beating them up and you know, craziness. Got Jacob on the phone trying to call Tasha so that she can find out where the hell the money at, what's going on. Because Jacob don't, you know, Tasha was just sending papers in there from Rochelle and getting Jacob to sign them. Jacob didn't even pay no attention to what the hell he was signing. He was just signing them. He trusted Tasha, you know. He was just signing them things. So I forgot to talk about Lil Zora. All the Greenleafs finna be broke though. They don't even know. I forgot to talk about Sister Zora, the little boy that's beating her down. Is he promoting this album? You know, girls on the radio call and was just like, so is that really your girlfriend? And talking crap. He was just like, oh, don't worry about it. You know, he's not even claiming her. They staying somewhere. Zora, she's really thinking about, she's reconsidering now. She's thinking about coming home, going to college. He was just like, I can, you know, after all I did for you, done been embarrassed by you, your whole family trying to come after me, you know, and you want to go to college, you gonna leave me at this moment. And he knocked over some on the table. So in a matter of time before he start knocking you down, Zora. If you don't kill that little man, child, just watch the Lady Gaga video, Poker Face, and she'll tell you what to do, Zora. But we tried to tell you, hard-headed as hell. We tried to tell you. What else is going on, child? I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I think the biggest thing, I think I talked about everything. This day with Lady Mae gonna be a hot mess. I can't wait for that. And also to find out what Bishop gonna do. Finding out that that's that Rochelle and Basie are sister and brother. Ooh, I can't wait. Now the biggest gag of the season though is we gonna find out is if Darius is working with Rochelle and Basie. That's gonna be the biggest gag. Okay, I think I talked about everything. What officially took me out of this world, almost, was when Lady Mae walked to Lionel's door. She at the nursing home, knocked on the door. And she was like, what you want, Lionel? He said, I want to talk about my daughter. Ooh. Ooh. I knew Grace didn't look like a bishop. I was like, Ooh. Lady Mae, not only did you have a one night stand with Lionel, it was probably multiple night stand. Not only did you sleep with your husband's best friend, but you had a baby. Which he never did no test. Well, he thought you was faithful back then. That's the first thing that would have came to my mind, though. If I found out that you and Lionel had an affair back in the day, that's the first thing that would have came to my mind. Well, is the kids mine? I bet it's Grace. It got to be Grace. It's not Charity. It's not Jacob. It got to be Grace. Unless they wouldn't be talking about Faith, you know, unfortunately, because, you know, Faith, you know, passed away. It got to be Grace. Ooh, the show. God bless the writers on this show, I tell you. Anyway, with that said, y'all, I got to go. Got to go to bed. I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at ItsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At ItsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on PayPal and Cash App. Much appreciated, darlings. And I'll see you guys later. Remember, stay black and stay tuned. Child, the show. Thank God for this show. Hey!